In today's video, what races should you be running in the state of Utah? Hello, fellow geeks, and welcome back to Running Geek Girl. My name is Heather, and I am glad you are here today. It's time for another episode of Run the USA. If you are new here, first of all, welcome. Run the USA is where we take a look state by state at the most highly recommended races in those states, everything from 5K up to ultramarathons. These are all suggested by runners just like you. I talk to other runners, I talk to race directors, I look at race review sites, I compile all that information. And so if you are looking for a race to run in that state, then this is a good place to get started, especially if you're someone like me who's looking to run in all 50 states. As usual, I'm going to have links to all of these races down in the description below. I'm also going to have a link to the Run the USA playlist. So if you've missed a whole bunch of states that we've covered so far, then you can click up here or in the description and get caught up. But today we are moving ahead with the state of Utah.
We'll start with the 5K category with the Sound of Hope 5K held in South Jordan in October. This race begins and ends at East Riverfront Park in South Jordan, Utah. This is a professionally timed race, and 100% of your registration goes to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Participants will receive a race shirt, swag bag, and finish medal, and there are awards for top finishers. Come walk or run in support of suicide prevention. In the 10K category, we have Runtastic Steel Days held in American Fork in July. For over 100 years, the city of American Fork has come together to celebrate its history, achievements, business community, and residents. And this year celebrates the 80th anniversary of the American Fork Steel Days celebration. Feel the spirit and history of American Fork in this historic community-centered event by Runtastic Events. Make the Steel Days run a part of your family's tradition. In the half marathon category, we'll start with the Bryce Canyon Half Marathon and 5K held in Bryce Canyon in July. The Bryce Canyon Half Marathon weekend has something for everyone. The half marathon course takes you through the iconic red rock that is abundant throughout Bryce Canyon country. The point-to-point half marathon is a flat and downhill run with a net elevation loss of 1,800 feet. The race begins at 6 a.m. where runners are treated to spectacular views of the sunrise as it lights up the pink cliffs and red walls of the canyon ahead. For the next 4 miles, the route descends through Bryce Canyon National Park, offering beautiful vistas of the unique sandstone pinnacles and spires that rise from the bottom of the canyon. After mile 5, the course leaves the park and the downhill becomes more gradual as the route rolls through pastures and ranches, crossing the Tropic Ditch and descending into the town of Tropic. Brilliant red and white rock formations frame the finish line, creating a memorable end to this race. Next, we have the Canyonlands Half Marathon held in Moab in March. The first Canyonlands Half Marathon was run on May 1, 1976, and had just 22 finishers, including a dog. Today, thousands of runners come together in March to enjoy the scenic red rock formations and winding Colorado River the Moab has come to be known for. Running parallel to Arches National Park and the mighty river, runners are in for a real treat. Long considered a bucket list race, Canyonlands Half Marathon was mentioned in Runner's World UK in their article, The World's Greatest Races. Lucky runners will start at Sandy Beach, a boat launching site located next to the Colorado River. Pre-race jitters are replaced by the excitement as runners take in awe-inspiring views of towering red rock canyon walls and the red reflections of the rising sun. The course travels east for a half mile before turning around and heading downriver toward the Moab Valley. After traveling down Postcard Alley for the entirety of the race, runners will finish at the ever-beautiful Lions Park adjacent to Arches National Park. Zion Half Marathon is held in Springdale in March. Run the beautiful road to Zion. This course is a challenging but incredibly beautiful steady climb toward the mouth of main Zion Canyon. Chase the sunrise over the Watchman and come run below the vibrant cliffs. Don't miss this chance to run in the desert and end in the lovely town of Springdale. This is a paved course which makes it friendlier for all runners. The race begins in Virgin, Utah, where participants will run on a partially closed road that winds and climbs uphill as it follows the curves of the Virgin River. You'll finish in Springdale in front of Cable Mountain Lodge near the gateway to the south entrance of Zion National Park. All stations are cup-free, so plan to bring your own hydration or request a free Nathan reusable cup when you register. Moving up to the full marathon, we'll start with the Utah Valley Marathon held in Provo in May. The Utah Valley Marathon is a fast-paced scenic course that begins in Wallsburg, Utah, running into Provo Canyon and features much of the diverse scenery offered in Utah County. Marathon runners will run along canyon roads that follow the Provo River. The race course has spectacular views of Bridal Veil Falls, the mountains, and the city. The Utah Marathon finishes in historic downtown Provo at the Utah County Courthouse Park. Next is the Bear Lake Marathon Trifecta Utah, held in Laketown in June. The Water's Edge Resort Bear Lake Marathon and Half Marathon Trifecta is one of the Rocky Mountain region's fastest-growing running events. Combining the breathtaking scenery in 3 amazing states with hometown hospitality and stunning scenic courses makes this an event an unforgettable weekend of running, racing, and playing. Where else in the U.S. can you run 3 marathons in 3 states in 3 days, all within 60 minutes of each other? How it works is you choose to race the trifecta, which consists of all 3 marathons, or mix it up a little and choose different distance races on each day. Choose from the full marathons or the half marathons or even the 5K at the Utah race on Saturday. The Bear Lake Trifecta in Utah on Saturday is the 3rd in the series and includes a marathon, half marathon, and 5K. You'll find yourself falling in love with the incredible scenery the Bear Lake Valley has to offer, from the majestic clear water mountain view of the Wyoming and Idaho races to the fabulous Caribbean blue water views of Bear Lake on the Utah course. Next, we have the Huntsville Marathon, held in Huntsville in September. One of the most pristine marathons that Utah has to offer, this course starts in the Monte Cristo area and ends at Huntsville Town Park during the peak of vibrant autumn colors. This course offers a gentle decline in elevation of 3,500 feet from start to finish. The beautiful mountains and breathtaking fall colors of September and October make this marathon hard to beat. You won't soon forget the vistas of this scenic run. Imagine an average 9 a.m. starting temperature of 50 degrees at the beginning and an average historical afternoon temperature on race day of 71 degrees. Perfect running temperatures. Next, we have the Top of Utah Marathon, held in Logan in September. The Top of Utah Marathon, held in Logan, is a USA track and field sanctioned race held on a BQ race course that is the flattest race course in Utah with a course grade at or near 0%. Runners enjoy a safe and open route along the Logan River Trail and the Logan River Golf Course on wide open country roads through scenic wetland areas surrounded by the spectacular views of the beautiful Cache National Forest and Wellsville Mountain Range. The exciting downtown Logan start and finish on historic Center Street is a favorite for elite athletes, runners, and spectators. All races start and finish on a straightforward 6-block stretch down historic Center Street. All registered runners receive a VIP card to get free fruit bowls, smoothies, coffee, nutritional drinks, crepes, and sandwiches to refuel after the race. The Salt Lake City Marathon is held in Salt Lake City in April. Voted best running event in Utah in 2017 and 2019, the Salt Lake City Marathon is the kind of event you need to see to believe. Starting at the Olympic Legacy Bridge, this gorgeous race takes you past the towering Wasatch Mountains through some of the most iconic parts of the city before it culminates at the finish line in the heart of downtown. Then it's time to reflect on what you just accomplished and enjoy the after party with friends and family. There's something for everyone: full and half marathon, 10K, 5K, bike tour, 10K skate, and a 1K kids marathon. Beautiful? Yes. Challenging? Absolutely. And being beautifully challenging is what makes Salt Lake City Marathon a race you need to see and run for yourself. Up next is the Ogden Marathon, held in Ogden in May. Held the 3rd Saturday of every May, the Ogden Marathon attracts runners from all 50 states and several countries. The race has gained local and national attention as one of the most scenic Boston Marathon qualifying courses. A combination of the area's scenic beauty, world-class volunteer support, and race organization has made the Ogden Marathon a must-do race in Utah. Rebel Big Cottonwood is held in Salt Lake City in September. This incredibly fast and remarkably beautiful road race takes runners from the forests and canyons of the Wasatch Mountains to the foothills of Salt Lake City, Utah. Featuring a speedy downhill slope and spectacular scenery, this race will be sure to help you set a PR and finally hit that Boston qualifying time, since it's the fastest marathon and half marathon in the state of Utah. Rebel in speed, rebel in beauty, rebel in Big Cottonwood. And the St. George Marathon is held in St. George in October. The St. George Marathon is rated by Runner's World as one of the 4 marathons to build a vacation around in the world. It was also included in Runner's World 10 most scenic and fastest marathons and top 20 marathons in the USA. The race begins in the majestic Pine Valley Mountains and descends nearly 2,600 feet through scenic southwest Utah to the beautiful Worland Park. The St. George Marathon is a point-to-point race, and it's USA Track and Field certified and sanctioned. A fun race and incredibly scenic. For those looking for a trail or ultra challenge, we'll start with the Tushers Mountain Runs held in Beaver in July. One of the toughest, most spectacular mountain races in all of North America is a little-known mountain range near Beaver, Utah. The Tusher Mountains are a hidden gem of high-altitude peaks, mountain canyons, alpine lakes, and stunning terrain. Come find out for yourself why this is a must-do race. The mountain runs now feature 100K, 70K, marathon, and half-marathon distances. All race distances climb to the highest point in the Tusher Range, Delano Peak, at 12,174 feet. You'll be climbing for almost half your entire race, and it will be hard. Probably very hard, but it will be epic. You'll probably cry. Tears of suffering and tears of joy. Embrace the suffering. Next up is the Skyline Mountain 55K held in Eden in August. The Skyline Mountain Marathon is a true hidden gem in the trail running world. It has views, it has ridgeline running, and it has ice. With elevation gain of around 5,000 feet, your legs are sure to be screaming. With over 90% on rough single-track trail, it will definitely challenge you. For those looking for something not quite as punishing, there's a half marathon and 30K option. And for those really looking to push yourself, the 55K is for you with almost 7,000 feet in climbing. If you like pain, you've come to the right place. The Mid-Mountain 50K is held in Park City in August. The Mid-Mountain 50K race course begins at Silver Lake in Deer Valley, where it follows the iconic Mid-Mountain Trail for nearly 20 miles to its terminus. There's one last uphill push before a long, winding descent down through the Utah Olympic Park Trail system. This is the third and final event in the Triple Trail Challenge series. Each race has customer finisher medals, custom race swag accessories, and prizes. Up next is the Crimson Canyons Ultra held in Richfield in September. The wild red rock canyons and rainbow hills around Richfield, Utah offer endless exploration and adventure. This run links together several canyons, dry washes, remote sections of the Paiute ATV trail systems into a very unique experience. Run up a slot-like red rock canyon, trek atop a packed natural clay fin under colorful hills, power up and speed down remote trails, and catch great vistas along the ridgelines. There's a 10K, 25K, and 50K Ultra. Up next, we have the Red Mountain 50K, 30K, and Dirty Hurdy Half Marathon held in Santa Clara in March. The Red Mountain 50K, 30K, and Dirty Hurdy Half trail race courses incorporate the scenic dirt trails of the Santa Clara Reserve, located in the west central portion of Washington County, directly southwest of the communities of Evans and Santa Clara. The race course starts on Gates Lane Bridge across from the historic Jacob Hamlin home and quickly turns onto a service road and climbs up to the single-track trails in the Santa Clara Reserve. The course winds in clover fashion back into the Cove Wash Trailhead aid station 4 times before heading to the finish at Unity Park in Evans, Utah. The Thelma and Louise is held in Moab in April. Bring your best girlfriends to Moab and experience the remoteness of the Behind the Rocks area. See the towering red rock walls of Lone Rock, believed to have been used for religious ceremonies by the ancestral Pueblo people. Their ceremonies worshipped their mother deity. Catch views of the Maze of Fins in the Behind the Rocks Wilderness area and the stunning La Salle Mountains at this women's-only event. Originally a road half marathon and relay, there's now a new challenging 50K course, rugged and tough enough to be worthy of the name Thelma and Louise. When Thelma and Louise took a stand, they took a turn onto the dirt. The tires are screeching, the car is turning. Are you ready to face the music? The Bryce Canyon Ultras are held in Hatch in September. The Bryce Canyon Ultras feature scenic mountain courses running around the northern half and western edge of the Ponsagunt Plateau, offering spectacular views. The races run at high elevation, with most of the miles on this rugged course between 7,000 to 9,000 feet. The fall date offers cooler weather and a perfect complement to all your fall races. And finally, we have Grand Circle Trail Fest held in Canab in October. The Grand Circle Trail Fest is a 3-day trail running festival which takes place in the heart of North America's most scenic national parks, Bryce Canyon, Zion, and Horseshoe Bend. Each morning you run a gorgeous timed race on one of the world's most uniquely beautiful trail courses. You earn a finisher's award for each daily race, and overall winners receive an additional placement award. After the race, spend the day exploring the parks, hiking local trails, and discovering other nearby beaches, restaurants, and sites of southern Utah. Sit back and enjoy deserved rest after your day on the trails. Enjoy delicious food, expert presenters and motivational speakers, live bands, bonfires, trail running film festival, yoga clinics, gear demonstrations, and more.
So there you go. Those are the most highly recommended races in the state of Utah as suggested by runners just like you. Have you run any of these races before? Are any of these on your bucket list now? Why don't you let me know down in the comments below? You can also let me know if you have any suggestions for the next state on our list, which is Vermont. If you have any races that you love in the state of Vermont, let me know about those down below. While you're there, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Just click that button down below. It doesn't cost you a thing and it keeps you up to date on all the content I have coming out all the time. You can also follow me on social media. All the links are down in the description. You can find me across all platforms under the name Running Geek Girl. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm so glad you could be here. Remember to laugh hard, run fast, and be kind. I will see you later.